Good afternoon. Welcome to Lunch with Loretta at Choice Farm Market. I'm Loretta. I'm joined today with Sherry. Sherry's one of our star employees at Choice Farm Market. She started out with us last year when we opened up with our first corn maze. So a lot of changes since then.
A lot of changes,
Yeah.
a lot of growth.
Yeah, because the market wasn't even open when we started the corn maze.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I think we walked through and it was bare. It echoed even like
Yeah.
the silo.
It did.
It just echoed.
It did. There was a lot of echoing.
Yes.
It's pretty full now. We're still looking for things to bring in, but so and we Sherry this year has the lead on the adventure portion of it, the corn maze, and all the activities that we've added. So how's the year going so far for that?
So far, so good. A lot of fun out there. The kids, we love the corn pit. If you're ever looking for your child, they're in the corn pit. The rat race has been going really well. Kids love that. They get kind of silly in it, watching them and just laughing. The pedal carts, I race with the kids. I enjoy doing that, being right there with them.
Nice.
And then our cow train, of course, they love going around and seeing the petting farm that we have, the animals. So
Yeah. In fact, you were telling me the other day that there are a lot of families that come and they don't even make it to the corn maze.
Mm-hmm.
They've been there for 2 or 3 hours doing everything else. And then, it's time to leave. And I guess that's what I've noticed in the market, because I'll see them come in and then I see them go. And there are some families that, it's 3-4 hours that they spend out there with the adventure part. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's of all ages. There's something for everyone.
Yeah.
On the pedal carts, if the kids can't reach the pedals, it's fun because we got a seat that goes on the back and put them in it, and the parents can ride them around, and they love that just as much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I think too, our location, because we are easy on and off 96, between Grand Rapids and Detroit area, that we are finding again, like we did last year, that you've got families or friends that are coming from opposite directions meeting there and then participating in the adventure. The kids are having fun. The parents are visiting and catching up and just spending hours.
Yep. We, I think we've had, visitors from the west side of Lansing and out of Ann Arbor that have never been to our store. They just look it up for things to do in the area, and we've been a hit for them, and they loved it. They've had a great time out there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So we are finding we're still getting people in the store for the first time, even after a year. So nice. Yeah. So we did open up a year ago, November 26th. And so we're coming up on our 1-year celebration. I know that in addition to being the lead on the adventure portion, Sherry is also kind of our co-event coordinator. Her and Robin work on bringing in different events and stuff like that to the market, getting people in. So what are some of the things? I know we got the anniversary coming up, big celebration for that.
Yep. Within the anniversary, we want to do some wine tasting, some beer tasting. We'll have samples out. Being it's the end of November, we'll have hot cocoa and coffees, the different coffees, Fireside Coffee and cocoa, Schwill coffees. We want to have those out there for people to try. And we'll have, we still do our lunches and our breakfast foods. So we'll have a lot to do for that. So we have a friend that has a turkey that dresses up. So we want to do lunch with Helen, or at least get pictures with Helen. And her name is Helen, and she dresses up in tutus, and she has a vanity, she has a car, and she has a motorcycle. So it should be a lot of fun to bring in.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I think the kids will get a big kick out of that.
Yeah. So that's kind of our biggest event going on in November.
Okay.
Other than that, we'll still have featuring, different foods in the store. The, different products will be featuring throughout the month of November and December. So we can come in and have some samples out for people and just enjoy it, the atmosphere and the friends.
I know one of the things that I feel like that we need to do a better job at, I need to do a better job at, is in the market. Number one is signage, and we just got to do better with signage, but also promoting. You talked about featuring products, and I think we do need to do that. put something out on social media like once a week featuring different products. And I know that you and Robin have talked about that, and Becky's been working on that as well.
Yeah. Putting together Michigan baskets. I mean, different products, because we focus on Michigan products. That's in local. And so putting something together, we've got a lot of products in there that just kind of click together for, say, a dinner, a date night, just for Christmas. There's a lot of product. I did that for my mom and dad.
Yeah.
Got the Michigan baskets.
And I used to do that for my nieces and nephews' family every year, and put together, Michigan products. In fact, they kind of joke about, oh, is that why you opened the store in Loretta, so you didn't have to go all around the state?
Right.
So, and I think a lot of people appreciate that, especially if you're giving a gift to somebody who no longer lives in Michigan. You like to kind of send them a Michigan care package, if you will, remind them of home.
Yep. Yep. I think that's what a lot of the women, when they come in and talk about that, being able to send that to their son or daughter that's not in Michigan no more.
Yeah. Or if they're away just at college too.
Yep.
Doesn't have to be a Christmas gift.
Right.
A little care package, exam week or whatever here.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So I have a question for you. So within a year's time, where we are now and the growth we've had, where do we see ourselves next year?
Yeah, I know you're asking that because I've
I
been
keep
hinting
asking.
about big things coming up.
I know.
So we're not ready to reveal
Put you
yet.
on
We
the
are
spot.
working on big things. We're going to grow the adventure, of course, for next year. Always bringing in new products. The silo is finally done, so we can do some events out there. We talked about maybe doing like a wreath thing at Christmas. I think you and Robin talked about that. So doing more events with that. We want to do more with the educational aspects of what we're doing too. That was a main goal of mine. Being a former agri-science teacher and FFA advisor, I'm all about trying to educate people on where their food comes from and all that. And so I feel like I'm not there where I want to be with that part of the whole market and adventure yet. So we'll be working on some of those things.
Well, I know I'm excited.
Yeah.
So I definitely, because I know that hits my spot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Other than that, you're talking education, and I love talking to people about Benjamin beef, even the pork. I eat, and my favorite cut, of course, is the ribeye, but we eat that every other weekend just about.
Yeah.
And I love talking to them where it comes from, and that it is, from just around the corner. It's local, and Benjamin beef is out in some different stores. So I really enjoy talking that.
Yeah. So I know one of the other things we want to do too is out in the grain bin, I vision kind of a picture storyboard of, where the farm started back in 1838. And, we've got some old pictures to put up there because people are always asking about the story. And I think people are genuinely interested in. And so while they're sitting out there, it's kind of a captive audience because they're out there eating anyway.
Exactly.
And so they can kind of see like the timeline of the farm. So that's one of the goals I have for this winter is to get that done. But I have a fun fact for you. Do you know between March of 2020 and March of 2021, there were over 1 million small businesses open?
That's huge.
It is huge. I'm sure the pandemic had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
But yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know. That I just thought that was kind of interesting because that's kind of well, we had already started the Benjamin beef, but that's kind of about the time we started the whole concept of the market, and we started visualizing it and planning for that and grant writing for it. We didn't get the grant, but we wrote for it. So it was within that time frame, and then the building. We started on the building in like June of 2021, and. It's hard to believe it took over a year to be open, but perseverance, we got there. So
I think the first time I talked to you would have been in 2020.
Yeah, because you were at the farm store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cassidy was here. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Yep. And you said when we opened up, you'd want to come. And so
And here I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Well, lucky us. Absolutely lucky us. We have great staff and I think, everybody has their strengths, and you certainly do a wonderful job of selling our brand when people come in, and the whole adventure and the animals and stuff like that. So I know one thing we want to do too this next spring is because right now we just have the animals on the weekend, and we're so grateful that Renee is able to do that for us. But we want to have animals there year round. Yes. And so I see you kind of, taking care of the animals, and, because, it's to do proper animal care and husbandry, as you know, there's work. So.
Yep. I mean, I have my own animals at home too. So it does take a lot to keep them, healthy and fed, and the fresh water, and it's a lot of work, and it's every day. Even if I say every day, and even if it's just for the summer and fall. So you got your good days and your bad days with weather. You still have to take care of them animals.
Oh yeah, yeah. So our thought is, like purchasing like some chickens and some rabbits and sheep or stuff like that, and they can spend the summer with us, and then they can maybe go to freezer camp in the fall, or that type of thing. So.
Yep. No, that would be wonderful, because the kids love that. And it's not just kids. No. The adults, everybody's like going out, they want to go out and around the building to come in to the animals. So
yeah. So that's one thing our goal for next year too.
Yep.
So looking back over the year, what would you say your most exciting moments were? I mean, what are some of the things that you were most excited about seeing us do?
To see what you guys have done. I mean, you guys work directly with us. You always have. And the education that I've gotten from you guys, and then for me to use it with talking to the people and educating them. Because for me, the beef is what I know, the pork, and to educate people. I mean, we got people coming out that have never had farm-raised products. And they're learning as we're talking to them. And like you said, we get new ones in all the time, new people. And my favorite is that what they take away from it, because they do end up buying the product, and then they're all return customers. Mm-hmm. So for us, I mean, that's a goal of mine personally. And then with you guys have always just been there for the support, for everybody. And it hasn't been one-sided where you're working here or here. You guys have helped us all with our strengths throughout the store.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. And well, I know that's one of the things that you do well is talking with our customers and greeting our customers. And I think a lot of that is because you do have some background knowledge in raising animals. I know when you first started, you had this pig. I never even heard of the breed of that pig.
My Mangalitsa's.
Mangalitsa's.
Yep. Okay. They were imported over here, and I don't know how long they've been in the States. I forget that, but they are a lard pig. So, you get back fat that's 7-8 inches on them, if you raise them right in that. So,
and one thing I've learned from the market, and I've learned this from you, is that deer hunters will take the back fat and they use it for something. Is it like for the sausage? Or?
They use it for sausage because the deer meat is lean. So they have to have that binder, and they use the back fat. So, yep. Yeah. I know I send mine to my dad's.
So thinking back over the last year, I know Todd and I have talked about this in our segment, and then talked a little bit, about some of the challenges and stuff of the market, owning a business. And so I know from an owner's standpoint, but from a team member's standpoint, what would you say some of the bigger challenges were for us over the last year?
Some of our biggest challenges, I believe, is knowing how much product to bring in and finding product, because we want to stay Michigan-based. Mm-hmm. 1 week we could do no sales on something, and then the next week it's gone, and we hadn't ordered it. it's so hard to plan. It's unpredictable.
Yeah, it is.
So, like I said, I saw a note for green tomatoes, and this time of year, we're not going to find that. I mean, you'd have to find somebody who's growing in a greenhouse or hydroponic. Absolutely. I'm not good with that, so that's not going to happen here.
Yeah, maybe that's something we can look for in the future, is putting in like a hydroponic greenhouse or something, and we can grow, strawberries or something year round. So
yeah, absolutely.
In the back of my mind, we've got a lot of things coming up. So with that, I'm going to hand it back to you guys, and thank you, Sherry, again for joining me today.
Thank you.
Just to remind you, if you like what we're doing, please like and share our social media and our YouTube page. Let us know again in the comments different things you guys want to see us do. Maybe in addition to the market, doesn't necessarily have to be something that we do with Lunch with Loretta. And then want to remind you that the Saturday after Thanksgiving Day will be our 1-year anniversary. And like Sherry had mentioned, we've got some different events planned for that. So keep watching. We'll make announcements as we go. So thank you again for joining us, and hope you have a good rest of your day.